You want a higher score, right? So stay with me, and let me guide you step by step. You can get my complete practice test link in the description or at the first comment of this video with a discount coupon for the complete practice questions. These questions come with full explanations, which will help you get your certification on the first try. Please leave suggestions in comment section to improve my videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Section 1. English Basics, Reading Smart, and Simple Grammar Rules. In this part, I will help you build strong basics, because strong basics give you confidence in the test. You will see English questions that look simple, but they check your focus and how clearly you understand sentences. I want you to read slowly, think clearly, and always check what the sentence is trying to say. Many students rush fast, and they miss small mistakes, so we will fix that habit together. When you read a sentence, always ask yourself, does it sound clear, and does it feel complete? If a sentence feels confusing, then something is wrong, and you need to find that mistake quickly. We will start with subject and verb, because this is the heart of every sentence you read. A subject is the person or thing, and the verb shows the action happening in the sentence. For example, if I say, she run fast, you can feel something is wrong here. The correct sentence is, she runs fast, because the verb must match the subject properly. This is called subject-verb agreement, and you will see this many times in the ACT test. Now let us talk about short and clear sentences, because clarity is very important in exams. Sometimes long sentences confuse you, so you must break them into smaller ideas in your mind. If you understand each part clearly, you will answer questions faster and with more accuracy. Another important rule is punctuation, because commas and full stops change meaning a lot. If you place a comma wrong, the whole sentence can sound strange or even confusing to read. For example, let's eat, kids, and let's eat kids have very different meanings, so be careful. You should also learn how to remove extra words, because simple sentences are often the correct answer. The ACT test loves short, clear, and direct sentences, instead of long and confusing ones. When you see options, always pick the one that sounds natural and easy to understand quickly. Now let us talk about reading questions, because reading needs focus and calm thinking. When you read a passage, do not try to understand everything at once, that will confuse you. Instead, read slowly, understand one idea, then move forward, and build the full meaning step by step. Look for keywords, like names, dates, or repeated ideas, because they help you find answers quickly. If a question asks about the main idea, think about what the whole passage is trying to say. Do not choose answers that focus on small details, when the question asks about the big idea. Also, avoid answers that sound too extreme, because most correct answers are balanced and clear. Now we will practice with questions, so you can test your understanding and improve your thinking. Practice questions with answers and explanations. 1. If a sentence says, he go to school daily, what is the correct form? He goes to school daily. The subject is singular, so the verb must match. Adding s makes it correct. 2. Which sentence is clearer and better? She finished her homework before dinner. This sentence is direct, simple, and easy to understand without extra unnecessary words. 3. Why are commas important in a sentence? They help separate ideas and improve clarity. Without commas, sentences can become confusing and difficult to understand for readers. 4. What should you do when a sentence feels too long and confusing? Break it into smaller parts mentally. This helps you understand each idea clearly, making it easier to find the correct answer. 5. What is the subject in the sentence, "The dog runs fast"? The dog. The subject is the one doing the action, and here the dog is running. 6. What is the verb in the sentence, "They play football daily"? Play. The verb shows the action happening, and here the action is playing football. 7. Which sentence sounds correct? The team is winning the match. Team is singular, so we use is instead of are for correct agreement. 8. What should you focus on when reading a passage? The main idea and key details. These help you understand the purpose of the passage and answer questions correctly. 9. Why should you avoid very long answers in options? They often include unnecessary or confusing information. The test usually prefers clear and simple answers that match the question directly. 10. What does punctuation help you do while reading? Understand pauses and meaning better. Proper punctuation guides your reading and helps you understand sentence structure. 11. If a sentence repeats the same idea twice, what should you do? Remove the extra repeated part. Repetition makes sentences longer and unclear, so removing it improves clarity. 12. What is the main idea of a passage? The central message or purpose of the text. It tells you what the passage is mostly about, not just small details. 13. Which sentence is correct? She has completed her project on time. The verb tense matches correctly, showing the action is already finished. 14. What should you do if two answers look similar? Choose the clearer and shorter one. The ACT test often prefers simple, direct, and natural-sounding sentences. 15. Why is subject-verb agreement important? It keeps sentences grammatically correct. Matching subject and verb makes the sentence sound natural and easy to read. 16. What is a good reading strategy for long passages? Read slowly and focus on one idea at a time. This helps you understand better and reduces confusion during the test. 17. What should you avoid in answer choices? Extreme or exaggerated statements. These are often incorrect because they do not match the balanced tone of the passage. 18. How can you improve your English section score? Practice regularly and review mistakes carefully. Learning from mistakes helps you avoid repeating them and build stronger understanding. You did a great job staying with me till here. Keep practicing daily, and you will see real improvement. You can get the full course and complete practice tests in the description and first comment with a special discount. Section 2. Sentence structure, tone, and smart reading skills. In this part, I will help you understand how sentences are built and how tone changes meaning. When you read a sentence, you should feel if it sounds natural or if something feels strange or broken. A complete sentence must have a clear subject, a clear verb, and a complete idea for the reader. If a sentence is missing one of these parts, then it becomes a fragment, and that is incorrect. For example, because she was tired is not complete, because it leaves the idea unfinished. To fix it, you can say, because she was tired, she went to bed early, which completes the idea. Now let us talk about run-on sentences, because they are very common in the test. A run-on sentence happens when two full ideas are joined without proper punctuation or linking words. For example, I like coffee, I drink it daily, is wrong because it needs a comma or conjunction. You can fix it by writing, I like coffee, and I drink it daily, which sounds clear and correct. Now we will talk about tone, because tone shows the feeling or attitude of the writer. If a passage sounds serious, then funny or casual answers are usually incorrect choices. Always match the tone of your answer with the tone of the passage you are reading. If the passage is formal, your answer should also sound formal and clear, not too relaxed. Now let us focus on word choice, because the ACT test checks your vocabulary in simple ways. Sometimes two words look similar, but only one fits correctly in the sentence context. For example, effect and effect confuse many students, but they have different meanings. Affect is usually an action, while effect is the result of an action happening. You should always read the full sentence and decide which word fits the meaning correctly. Now let us talk about transitions, because they connect ideas and help flow between sentences. Words like, however, therefore, and also show relationships between ideas in a passage. If a sentence shows contrast, you should use a transition like, however, instead of also. If it shows result, then, therefore, is a better choice than other transitions. Always check the relationship between sentences before choosing the correct transition word. Now let us talk about reading strategies, because reading smart saves time and reduces mistakes. When you read questions, always go back to the passage and find the exact line for the answer. Do not guess based on memory, because small details matter a lot in these questions. If you cannot find the answer quickly, skip it, and return later with a fresh mind. This helps you save time and avoid stress during the test. Now we will practice with questions, so you can apply everything we learned in this section. Practice questions with answers and explanations. 1. What is a sentence fragment? A group of words that does not express a complete idea. It is missing a subject, a verb, or a complete thought, so it feels unfinished. 2. Which sentence is complete? She went to the market after finishing her work. This sentence has a subject, a verb, and a full idea, so it is complete. 3. What is a run-on sentence? Two complete sentences joined without proper punctuation. It creates confusion, because ideas are not clearly separated for the reader. 4. How can you fix a run-on sentence? Add a comma with a conjunction or use a full stop. This separates ideas properly and improves sentence clarity. 5. What does tone mean in a passage? The writer's attitude or feeling about the topic. It helps you understand how the writer feels and choose correct answers. 6. If a passage is serious, what type of answer should you choose? A formal and serious answer. Matching tone ensures your answer fits the passage correctly. 7. What is the difference between effect and effect? Affect is an action, while effect is a result. Understanding this helps you choose the correct word in context. 8. What are transition words used for? To connect ideas between sentences clearly. They help show relationships like contrast, addition, or result. 9. Which transition shows contrast? However. It shows a difference between ideas, making the sentence clearer. 10. Which transition shows result? Therefore. It connects a cause to its result in a logical way. 11. What should you do if two answers look correct? Choose the one that matches the sentence context best. Context helps you decide which option fits naturally and clearly. 12. Why should you go back to the passage for answers? To confirm details and avoid guessing mistakes. Exact information in the passage gives you the correct answer. 13. What is a good strategy if you are stuck on a question? Skip it and return later. This saves time and helps you think clearly when you come back. 14. Which sentence is correct? I enjoy reading books, and I learn new ideas daily. The comma and conjunction correctly join two complete thoughts. 15. What happens if a sentence has no verb? It becomes incomplete and unclear. A verb is needed to show action or state in every complete sentence. 16. Why is word choice important? It ensures the sentence meaning is correct. Wrong word choices can change meaning and confuse the reader. 17. What should you check before choosing an answer? Grammar, clarity, and tone. These factors help you select the best and most accurate option. 18. How can you improve reading accuracy? Practice reading slowly and carefully. Careful reading helps you understand better and avoid simple mistakes. Section 3. Reading comprehension, main idea, and supporting details. In this part, I will teach you how to read passages smartly and find answers without confusion. Many students read everything again and again, but I will show you how to read once and understand clearly. When you start a passage, read the first paragraph slowly, because it often gives the main idea. The main idea is the central message, and everything else in the passage supports that message. If you understand the main idea early, you will answer many questions faster and with confidence. Now when you read the middle paragraphs, focus on details, examples, and explanations of the main idea. These details help you answer specific questions, so do not ignore them while reading. Try to remember keywords, names, and repeated ideas, because they are often used in questions. When you reach the last paragraph, it often summarizes or gives a final thought about the topic. So always read the ending carefully, because it helps confirm your understanding of the passage. Now let us talk about question types, because different questions need different thinking styles. Some questions ask about the main idea, while others ask about small details or specific lines. If a question asks about the main idea, think about the full passage, not just one part. If a question asks about a detail, go back to the passage and read that exact line carefully. Never answer from memory alone, because small words can change the meaning completely. Now let us talk about inference questions, because they test your thinking beyond direct words. An inference means you understand something that is not directly written, but clearly suggested. For example, if a character is described as quiet and avoiding people, you can infer they are shy. But be careful, your answer must still match the passage, not your personal opinion. Now let us talk about eliminating wrong answers, because this is a powerful test strategy. Many options look correct at first, but you can remove wrong ones step by step. If an answer is too extreme, or not supported by the passage, you should remove it immediately. If an answer changes the meaning slightly, it is also incorrect, even if it looks close. The correct answer will match the passage clearly, and will not add extra or missing ideas. Now let us talk about time management, because time control is very important in reading sections. Do not spend too much time on one question, because it can reduce your overall score. If you are unsure, make your best choice, mark it, and move forward to save time. Now we will practice with questions, so you can apply these strategies and improve your accuracy. Practice questions with answers and explanations. One. What is the main idea of a passage? The central message that the passage is trying to explain. It is the big idea that all details in the passage are supporting. 2. Where is the main idea often found? In the first paragraph of the passage. Writers usually introduce the main topic early to guide the reader. 3. What should you focus on in middle paragraphs? Supporting details and examples. These explain and develop the main idea clearly for better understanding. 4. Why is the last paragraph important? It often summarizes or gives a final thought. It helps confirm your understanding of the passage's overall message. 5. What should you do for detailed questions? Go back to the exact line in the passage. This ensures you find the correct answer based on text evidence. 6. What is an inference question? A question that asks what is suggested but not directly stated. You must use clues from the passage to understand the hidden meaning. 7. Which answer should you avoid in reading questions? Answers that are too extreme or exaggerated. These usually do not match the balanced tone of the passage. 8. What is a good strategy when answers look similar? Eliminate the clearly wrong ones first. This makes it easier to choose the best remaining option. 9. Why should you not rely on memory alone? Small details can change the meaning of the answer. Checking the passage ensures accuracy and reduces mistakes. 10. What is a keyword in a passage? An important word or phrase that repeats or stands out. Keywords help you quickly locate answers in the passage. 11. What should you do if you do not understand a sentence? Read it again slowly and break it into parts. This helps you understand each idea clearly. 12. What is the purpose of supporting details? To explain and strengthen the main idea. They provide examples and evidence for better understanding. 13. What should you do if you are stuck on a question? Make your best guess and move forward. This saves time and allows you to answer more questions. 14. Which answer is usually correct? The one that matches the passage exactly. Correct answers are directly supported by the text. 15. What is the best way to improve reading speed? Practice reading daily with focus. Regular practice improves both speed and understanding over time. 16. Why should you read the first paragraph carefully? It introduces the main topic and direction. Understanding it helps you follow the rest of the passage easily. 17. What does it mean if an answer adds extra information? It is likely incorrect. Correct answers should only include ideas found in the passage. 18. How can you improve accuracy in reading questions? Read carefully and check answers with the passage. This reduces errors and increases confidence during the test. You are building strong reading skills now. Keep practicing daily, and your speed and accuracy will improve. You can get the full course and complete practice tests in the description and first comment with a special discount. Section 4. Common grammar mistakes, pronouns, and sentence clarity. In this part, I will help you fix common grammar mistakes, because these small errors can reduce your score quickly. Many students understand ideas well, but they lose marks because of simple grammar problems. So we will focus on pronouns, modifiers, and sentence clarity, using easy and clear examples. Let us start with pronouns, because they replace nouns, and help avoid repeating words again and again. Words like he, she, it, they, and them are pronouns, and they must match the noun correctly. If the pronoun does not clearly match the noun, the sentence becomes confusing for the reader. For example, Ali met Ahmed, and he was happy, is confusing, because we do not know who is happy. To fix it, you can say, Ali met Ahmed, and Ali was happy, or make it clearer using better wording. Now let us talk about pronoun agreement, because pronouns must match number and gender properly. If the noun is singular, the pronoun should also be singular, not plural or mixed incorrectly. For example, each student must bring their book, can feel incorrect in formal grammar situations. A clearer form is, each student must bring his or her book, which matches the subject properly. Now let us talk about modifiers, because they describe something, but must be placed correctly. A misplaced modifier can make a sentence funny or confusing without you even noticing. For example, running quickly, the bus was missed, sounds wrong, because the bus is not running. The correct form is, running quickly, he missed the bus, which clearly shows who is running. Now we will talk about redundancy, because repeating the same idea makes sentences longer and unclear. For example, he returned back home, repeats the same idea, because returned already shows going back. The correct sentence is, he returned home, which is shorter and clearer to understand. Now let us talk about sentence clarity, because clear sentences are always preferred in the ACT test. If a sentence is too complex or confusing, you should choose the option that makes it simple and direct. Avoid unnecessary words, extra phrases, and complicated structures that do not add useful meaning. Now let us discuss verb tense consistency, because mixing tenses can confuse the timeline of events. If a sentence starts in past tense, it should stay in past tense unless there is a clear reason to change. For example, she went to the store and buys milk, is incorrect because the tenses do not match. The correct sentence is, she went to the store and bought milk, which keeps tense consistent. Now let us talk about parallel structure, because it makes sentences balanced and easy to read. When you list actions, they should follow the same pattern to sound correct and smooth. For example, she likes reading, to swim, and cooking, is incorrect because the structure is not balanced. The correct form is, she likes reading, swimming, and cooking, which keeps the same pattern. Now we will practice questions, so you can apply these grammar rules clearly and confidently. Practice questions with answers and explanations. 1. What is a pronoun? A word that replaces a noun in a sentence. It helps avoid repetition and makes sentences smoother and easier to read. 2. Why must pronouns match their nouns? to keep the sentence clear and understandable. Mismatch creates confusion about who or what is being described. 3. Which sentence is clearer? Ali met Ahmed, and Ali was happy. It removes confusion about who is happy in the sentence. 4. What is a misplaced Modi fear? A descriptive phrase placed incorrectly in a sentence. It can change meaning and make the sentence confusing or incorrect. 5. Which sentence is correct? Running quickly, he missed the bus. The subject performing the action is clearly identified. 6. What is redundancy in a sentence? Repeating the same idea unnecessarily. It makes sentences longer and less clear for the reader. 7. Which sentence is better? He returned home. It removes unnecessary repetition and keeps the sentence simple. 8. What is verb tense consistency? Keeping the same tense throughout a sentence. It ensures clarity in the timeline of actions. 9. Which sentence is correct? She went to the store and bought milk. Both verbs are in past tense, keeping consistency. 10. What is parallel structure? Using the same grammatical form in a list. It makes sentences balanced and easier to read. 11. Which sentence shows correct parallel structure? She likes reading, swimming, and cooking. All actions follow the same pattern. 12. What should you do with confusing sentences? Choose the simpler and clearer option. Clear sentences are easier to understand and usually correct. 13. Why should you avoid extra words? They make sentences longer and harder to read. Short and clear sentences improve understanding. 14. What happens if pronouns are unclear? The sentence becomes confusing. The reader cannot understand who or what is being discussed. 15. What is the role of Modi fears? To describe or give more detail. They must be placed correctly to avoid confusion. 16. Which sentence is incorrect? Each student must bring their book. It may not match singular subject in strict grammar rules. 17. How can you fix grammar mistakes quickly? Read the sentence carefully and check each part. Careful reading helps identify small errors easily. 18. How can you improve grammar skills? Practice regularly and review common mistakes. Repetition helps you remember rules and apply them correctly. Section 5. Vocabulary in context, word meaning, and smart answer selection. In this part, I will help you understand words using context, because you do not need to know every word. Many students think vocabulary means memorizing long lists, but the test checks how you understand words in sentences. So we will learn how to guess meanings, using clues around the word, and improve your confidence. When you see our difficult word, do not panic, just read the full sentence carefully and calmly. Look at the words before and after, because they often give hints about the meaning. For example, if a sentence says, "The room was gloomy, with no light and silence," you can guess gloomy means dark. Even if you never saw the word before, context helps you understand it correctly. Now let us talk about synonyms, because sometimes the question asks for a word with similar meaning. You must choose the word that fits the sentence, not just the one you think looks similar. A word can have many meanings, but only one meaning will fit the sentence correctly. Always read the full sentence again after choosing your answer, to check if it sounds natural. Now let us talk about antonyms, because sometimes the question tests opposite meanings. If a sentence shows a negative idea, the correct word might be the opposite of a positive word. So always understand the feeling of the sentence before selecting your answer. Now let us discuss tone in vocabulary, because words can change feeling, not just meaning. For example, childish and youthful both relate to young age, but they give different feelings. Childish sounds negative, while youthful sounds more positive and friendly. So you must choose the word that matches both meaning and tone of the sentence. Now let us talk about eliminating wrong answers, because this saves time and improves accuracy. If a word does not match the context, remove it immediately, even if it looks familiar. If a word changes the meaning of the sentence, it is also incorrect and should be removed. The correct answer will fit smoothly, and will not make the sentence sound strange or forced. Now let us talk about guessing smartly, because you will not know every word in the test. Use context clues, tone, and sentence meaning to make your best logical guess. Do not leave questions empty, always try, because you can still get marks with smart guessing. Now we will practice with questions, so you can apply these vocabulary strategies clearly. Practice questions with answers and explanations. 1. What does gloomy most likely mean in context? Dark and sad. The sentence mentions no light and silence, which suggests a dark and quiet feeling. 2. What should you do when you see our DIFFI cult word? Read the full sentence for clues. Context helps you understand meaning without knowing the word before. 3. What is a synonym? A word with a similar meaning. It helps you replace words while keeping the sentence meaning the same. 4. What is an antonym? A word with an opposite meaning. It helps you understand contrast and choose correct answers. 5. Why is context important in vocabulary questions? It shows how the word is used in the sentence. Words can have multiple meanings, but context gives the correct one. 6. Which word fits best in a positive tone? Youthful. It gives a friendly and positive feeling compared to similar words. 7. What should you do after choosing an answer? Read the sentence again. This helps you check if the word fits naturally in the sentence. 8. What happens if a word changes the sentence meaning? It is incorrect. The correct answer must keep the original meaning of the sentence. 9. Why should you eliminate wrong answers? To make choosing easier and faster. Removing wrong options helps you focus on the correct one. 10. What is a context clue? A hint from surrounding words. It helps you understand unknown words easily. 11. What should you do if you are unsure about a word? Make a smart guess using context. Logical guessing can still help you get correct answers. 12. Which word has a negative tone? Childish. It often suggests immature behavior, which is negative. 13. Why should you not rely only on memory? Because context changes meaning. The same word can mean different things in different sentences. 14. What is the best strategy for vocabulary questions? Understand the full sentence first. This gives you the correct meaning of the word in context. 15. What type of words should you avoid choosing? Words that sound strange in the sentence. Correct answers should fit smoothly and naturally. 16. Why is tone important in word choice? It shows the feeling of the sentence. Matching tone ensures your answer fits correctly. 17. What is the benefit of practicing vocabulary daily? It improves understanding and confidence. Regular practice helps you recognize words faster. 18. How can you improve vocabulary skills? Read more and learn from context. Exposure to different sentences builds strong word understanding. You are getting stronger with vocabulary now. Keep practicing daily, and your confidence will grow fast. You can get the full course and complete practice tests in the description and first comment with a special discount. Section 6. Full practice strategy, mixed skills, and final preparation. In this part, I will help you use all skills together, because the real test mixes grammar, reading, and vocabulary. You must stay calm, read carefully, and trust your practice, because confidence helps you perform better. When the test starts, do not rush, take a deep breath, and begin with focus and clear thinking. Start with easier questions first, because this builds confidence and saves time for harder questions later. If a question looks confusing, skip it, and come back later when your mind feels fresh again. Time management is very important, so always keep an eye on the clock, but do not panic. Divide your time equally, and do not spend too long on one question, even if it feels important. Now let us talk about combining grammar and reading, because many questions test both together. You must check grammar rules, and also see if the sentence fits the meaning of the passage. A sentence can be grammatically correct, but still wrong if it does not match the context. So always check both grammar and meaning before choosing your final answer. Now let us talk about accuracy, because correct answers matter more than speed in the beginning. First focus on understanding clearly, then slowly improve your speed with regular practice sessions. When you finish a practice test, always review your mistakes, because this is where real learning happens. Ask yourself why you got the question wrong, and understand the correct rule or idea behind it. Do not ignore mistakes, because they will repeat again if you do not fix them properly. Now let us talk about confidence, because many students know answers, but doubt themselves. Trust your first clear thought, unless you find a strong reason to change your answer. Changing answers without reason often leads to mistakes, so be careful and stay confident. Now let us talk about focus, because distractions can reduce your performance during the test. Stay focused on one question at a time, and do not think about previous mistakes. Each question is a new chance, so give it full attention and your best effort. Now we will practice mixed questions, so you can apply all skills together like a real test. Practice questions with answers and explanations. 1. What should you do at the start of the test? Stay calm and begin with focus. A calm start helps you think clearly and avoid early mistakes. 2. Why should you answer easy questions first? To build confidence and save time. It allows you to secure marks and handle difficult questions later. 3. What should you do if a question is confusing? Skip it and return later. This helps you manage time and think clearly when you come back. 4. Why is time management important? It ensures you complete all questions. Poor time control can leave questions unanswered. 5. What should you check before choosing an answer? Grammar and meaning. Both must match for the answer to be correct. 6. What should you do after finishing a practice test? Review your mistakes carefully. Learning from mistakes improves future performance. 7. Why should you not change answers quickly? It can lead to unnecessary mistakes. Your first correct instinct is often right. 8. What helps improve accuracy? Careful reading and understanding. Rushing increases errors, while careful work improves results. 9. What should you do if you feel stressed during the test? Pause briefly and refocus. A short mental reset helps you continue with better focus. 10. What is the benefit of practicing regularly? It builds confidence and speed. Repetition strengthens your understanding and performance. 11. Why should you avoid thinking about past mistakes? It reduces focus on current questions. Staying present helps you perform better on each question. 12. What should you focus on in each question? One idea at a time. This improves clarity and reduces confusion. 13. What is a mixed question? A question combining grammar and meaning. It tests multiple skills at the same time. 14. How can you improve test performance? Practice and review consistently. Regular effort leads to steady improvement. 15. What should you trust during the test? Your preparation and clear thinking. Confidence helps you make better decisions. 16. What is the best way to reduce mistakes? Read questions carefully before answering. Careful reading prevents simple errors. 17. Why is focus important? It helps you understand questions clearly. Distractions reduce accuracy and performance. 18. How can you stay confident during the test? Believe in your practice and stay calm. Confidence supports better thinking and correct answers. You have completed all sections with me. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and you will see strong improvement very soon. You can get the full course and complete practice tests in the description and first comment with a special discount. Now let me quickly guide you on what you should do after finishing this full practice series. You should revise each section again, slowly, and focus more on areas where you made mistakes earlier. Do not try to learn everything in one day, instead study daily in small sessions and stay consistent. Train, test, we need to fix, repeat. This simple method will help you improve step by step. When you practice again, try to solve questions without looking at answers and check your progress honestly. If you get something wrong, do not feel bad, just learn the reason and move forward with confidence. You should also try timed practice, because real test conditions need speed with accuracy together. Set a timer, solve questions, and see how well you manage time under pressure. This will prepare your mind and reduce stress on the actual test day. Also read simple English passages daily, because reading improves both vocabulary and understanding naturally. Try to notice grammar patterns, sentence structure, and word usage while reading anything. This habit will help you improve without feeling like heavy study work. Before your test day, revise rules like subject-verb agreement, punctuation, and sentence clarity. These small rules can give you easy marks if you stay careful and focused. Sleep well before the test, because a fresh mind performs much better than a tired one. During the test, stay calm, trust your preparation, and do not panic if something feels difficult. Remember, every student faces tough questions, but your calm thinking will make the difference. You worked hard with me through all sections. Now it is your time to apply everything with confidence. You can get the full course and complete practice tests in the description and first comment with a special discount.